Happy birthday. I'm 65 and still alive.
Oh, no, you can't hear me.
I think tenor.
All the same thing.
10 or 11 miles away.
That's pretty good. I'm 62. I'm just old man in training.
I'm 62 also, just in training, and May I'll be 63.
Well, I'm 64, so I guess I'm older than I am. Yeah, I'm still in training.
Same here, everybody. Yeah, I got a bunch of them that are man, just gone.
You know, my advice to a person would be to have a lot of friends that are younger, because I always had a tendency to have a lot of friends that were quite a bit older than me, and now they're all gone, so it's kind of lonesome.
I did the same thing, John, man. Even when I was in high school, I had, friends of mine that were in their 20s and 30s and even old guys, because I like old country music, and I had friends that were, they played, and I loved all that old. I had friends that did a lot of old country music, and I hung around a lot of music people growing up, and they're all gone.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, they're all gone, yeah.
Yeah, you just born 20 years too late.
I think I was. My wife calls me an old soul. But dude, when I was like 14 years old, so all my buddies that were way older than me could drink. I drove the car. They taught me how to drive when I was 14, and I'd drive them out to, go watch concerts and stuff like that. I was the driver. I'll be back. I gotta check my water reading.
Alright, boy, they suckers you got me.
Oh, dude, I used to drive everywhere. I used to drive across the river to Louisville and drive through there and drive them so they could drink.
1890, where you can carry guns in the good old West.
Oh, yeah, I got trained into that pretty well. But they used to take me, they had boats, and they used to take me fishing, so I enjoyed that. So I paid them back by driving.
I'll be out totaled 3 cars before my 16th birthday. Two of them, I had 2 wrecks in the same day.
I guess I might be asking you for a ride.
I had 2 wrecks in the same day in the same place.
My God.
Because I was pointing to where I had just had a car wreck, and then we had another wreck.
Okay.
So you was getting down past there. Yep.
Did you get out of them okay, John?
Well, I lost the one. I make a cookie. Let me eat this cookie.
I remember my buddies piling up in an old Ford Maverick that a friend of mine had at the time. And I would drive them across the river and let them drink, and they took care of me really. I got to eat well. I was too young to drink, but I used to drive them back and forth across the river all the time, that old Ford Maverick.
Yeah, I shouldn't tell this story, but I totaled a brand new 1970 Cadillac convertible, two-door convertible. It was gold with a black leather interior, and it had 8,000 miles, and it belonged to my brother, my older brother. He was a Mac daddy. He was 30 years old and making a lot of money at that time, and he had a brand new Cadillac convertible. And I told that son of a bitch in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it was crazy how it happened.
You didn't get injured, did you?
No, but we injured a person in front of us. We came to I was 15 and he was 15 and a half, my buddy that was with me. He had his learner's permit. And I didn't have nothing. And we were headed out a big, fast, busy four-lane highway. And the state troopers had a traffic stop out there. And they were checking driver's license. And I said, oh crap, what are we going to do? And I said, well, here, you got a learner's permit. So you slide over here over the top of me and get behind the wheel. I'll slide over there. And we go through that traffic stop. Well, we both got tangled up, and we both fell in the floorboard, and that damn Cadillac took off with nobody behind the wheel. And we crashed into the end of this guy. We crashed into him and gave him a whiplash, hurt him pretty bad. And it's right there in front of the state troopers.
Did you get out of that okay?
I got out of it, but my friend never spoke to me again. And I feel real bad about that because I got him in some trouble.
Do you remember Convenient Food Mart?
Yeah.
So I was a stock boy when I think I was 13 or 14. I was a stock boy for there. They used to pay me in cash, and they used to take care of. They used to deal dope out of the back room of that place, and they took care of me very well. I got paid cash every evening, and this is probably 74, 75, or 76, something around there, and. They were all big four-wheeler guys. There was dudes that had, they had their big motor tires, and we used to go out four-wheeling after we get off at midnight. And my mom she didn't know where I was. And we used to go four-wheeling. And, dude, I've been through some things where I probably should have died, I guess. But I would be riding in the back of a Ford pickup truck, climbing giant hills and stuff like that. One night I was in a brand spanking new Golden Eagle. What year did those come out, John?
Mid-70s.
I was in a brand new Golden Eagle, and we came out of a mud hole sideways and hit a tree and put a big hole in the radiator. And this dude had an old Willys too. He worked for the post office, and we were out, smoking. Anyway, we were probably 20 miles from home, and we stopped at this little place and topped off the radiator, and the engine locked up about the time we got back home from where we were. And he took all of the brand new parts off that Golden Eagle and put it on his Willys, and then took that Golden Eagle back out to the place, drug it out there, and flipped it over a hill and caught it on fire and said somebody stole it.
Wow. They were beautiful Jeeps too.
I've been part of a bunch of malicious stuff growing up, but it was a blast. It's like that. There was a bunch of times I probably should have been dead, but I had a great time growing up.
Yeah, I think all of us did.
Oh yeah, I think I grew up with a great guardian angel. I used to sneak out. I'd wait for my mom to go to bed, and I used to sneak out my window, and I'd go party all night long. And I was 12, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, buddy.
The dude I worked at the convenience food mart with, his brother, he used to drive down to Florida in a pickup truck, and he would put 2 bales of marijuana in the back of that pickup truck, and then they would say, hey, we're going to need you to unlock the back door at such and such time. That dude would show up, and they would bring bales of marijuana in the back of that convenience food mart, and then divvy it all up and start packing it for sale. And the desk in that office, dude, had tons of money. I've never seen so much money in all my life. But they took care of me very, very well.
Yeah, I got one of those marijuana stories too, but I ain't telling it on ham radio. But it was a real mess. It made the front page of the newspaper.
I got dude's name was Corky, John. His name was Corky. Once every 2 or 3 weeks, he'd drive down to Florida and he'd bring back a couple of bales. There were garbage bags full of marijuana in this place, and then the desk boys were just full of money.
Yeah, I went through some of those times myself. Well, I'm going to stand up and turn my shirt around the right way, and I'm going to shut up for a while. N4XYC.
Were these from Savannah County?
No, he was from here in Indiana.
Oh, he's still Corky down.
He might have had a place in Savannah. He was a very wealthy dude, but that's what he did was run. He had an old Ford pickup truck, and he would do that, I don't know, every 2 weeks. And then the dude that, he had like 3 convenient food marts, the manager did, but that's where they dealt out of where I worked.
Yeah, these guys I knew used to be
Might have been the same dude named Corky, I don't know. Like I said, I just worked there, and all I knew is they took care of me very, very well. So they knew I was poor, and so some nights I would work, and the dude that managed the store, he said he would give me a 20-pound paper grocery sack. He said, grab what you need. If you fill up that grocery sack, it's yours.
I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. I'm not hearing everybody down here, so everybody agrees to everybody and EWS.
Well, have a great day, Mike, and good hearing from you.